The brain starts out as a primitive streak. It looks like a pen mark on the back of the embryo. The streak flattens out into a plate. The middle of the plate falls down, and the edges roll up, forming a neural tube. Over the next few days, the tube forms three bulges: the forebrain, the midbrain, and the hindbrain. The forebrain, also called the prosencephalon, develops into the cerebrum, the gray chunk everyone refers to as the brain. The cerebrum has two hemispheres, each about the size of a large pizza, which has been folded and squished into the skull. Each hemisphere is composed of 4 lobes and 6 layers of neurons, and still will only be about 3 millimeters thick. The forebrain also develops into the thalamus, hypothalamus, and limbic system. These systems will produce implicit memory and control body temperature, eating, and sleep. The midbrain, aka the mesencephalon, will become the top of the brainstem, just above the pons. It will develop in the tegmentum, cerebral aqueduct, and several nuclei. The hindbrain, the rhombencephalon, includes the medulla, cerebellum, and pons. When fully formed, the cerebrum has 100 billion neurons and 100 trillion synapses. To remain alive, neurons must interact with each other. This interaction is quite fragile. After a minute of being deprived of oxygen, brain cells, neurons, begin to die. Even if you ultimately survive, the brain can lose its ability to operate as an integrated unit. The cerebrum is integrated with all the other structures in the head, so much so that sometimes everything in the skull is referred to as the brain. This more than the cerebrum definition of the brain, I'll call the brains, is an accurate description of how all these parts work together. The cerebrum and cerebellum give go signals, while the limbic system sends stop signals. The combination allows us to make smooth movements and graceful acts. Similarly, the cerebrum thinks about decisions, but the limbic system provides a gut reaction and emotional response. We have multiple systems, each of which has multiple systems, but they work together seamlessly. The marvel is that we perceive them as a single whole, a united consciousness, yet at their core, all of these structures are simply clusters of neurons, individually firing, resetting, and firing again.